My boy is back! Hey, what's up guys, Joshua's Boost here and welcome back to another One Piece video. Yeah, very excited of course about this one because we're going to be taking a look at my boy, the cat, Lucci, OP07 in the OP12 format. If you watch my tier list video, if you haven't checked it out yet, you can check it up there somewhere. I put this deck as a possible tier 1 contender, and honestly the more I've played it, the more I have convinced myself that it is actually true. In my opinion, Lucci was unplayable in the OP11 format because while Buggy and Teach were like the most popular decks, you were pretty much guaranteed to run into like a number of them at like any big event, and those matchups are like super unfavorable, and I didn't really look forward to playing those matchups, bringing Lucci. So I actually didn't bring Lucci to any OP11 events, but now with probably the most popular deck in the format, I mean, as far as I predict, Zoro being the top dog, with hard counters, Buggy, I assume Buggy will pretty much disappear from the meta scene, and then Teach will be probably as popular as it was last format, or maybe even less so. So that puts Lucci in a pretty good spot, especially since Lucci is just naturally very, very strong against green decks, and then it's also pretty strong, or extremely strong actually, against Rayleigh, since it reaches the KO thresholds for Rayleigh very, very easily, as you're also going to be seeing in the video. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to show off my current deck list real quick, and then just doing some gameplay. I think the matchups we have are Bonney, Rayleigh, and Zoro, which are, I think, tier 1 decks in the upcoming formats, which I will show off. But yeah, let's first just check out the deck list. It is pretty similar to like OP11 deck list, just changed like some things. Like the 2K ratio is changed a little bit. I'll talk about that first. So I'm like on 3 Tsuru. I'm on 12 in total. 3 Tsuru. 4 of the 1-leg soldier. I just think having this pretty good. Then I'm on 1 Bardo just because I like the option of being able to grab this bag with like Mancherry or Rebecca. And then I'm on a full playset of the new Bellow Betting. And what I really like about this card is that if you play this and Brook, you have like a pretty decent amount of cards that are pretty good on your going uneven curve. And this also helps set up your trash faster, because it's basically like Lucci, right? When you attack, you get to mill 2 cards and give like -2 cost opposed to -1. So it just helps fill up your trash faster, which is just good for Tempest Kick or just getting access to cards like Brook through Rebecca. And it is a 2K, so yeah, I think this card is very, very strong in the Lucci deck. Then I'm on triple Mancherry. Honestly, I would like to play 4, but there's just like not enough space. The full playset of Brook. I'm on double Hina, which I like. 4 Laboon, 3 Kuzan, 4 Rebecca, 4 Lucci. So in previous format I was actually on 3 Lucci, 1 Absalom, but with what's it called, Zoro becoming more prevalent, I do think that Lucci is the better option, just because you want to hit more things at once. I'm on double Shirahoshi. Not super enthusiastic about this card, but I mean, being a blocker and giving -4 is pretty strong, right? Then 3 Jack, 3 10 drop Kuzan. I don't think 4 of the Kuzan is necessary anymore, with Blue Purple Luffy not being like the undoubted best deck in the format anymore. 4 Tempest Kick, and then 2 Black Vortex. This card's just basically the anti-Zoro cards. Things I am considering doing is, for example, playing like 3 or maybe even 4 of this, because I do think seeing this in the Zoro matchup is very important. And then I'm also considering playing the 7 cost Teach opposed to Jack, since cost isn't really that important anymore in this format, so it is pretty reasonable to expect like something like a 9 cost Shanks in green, or the 10 cost Shanks in red, just popping this card, and then if you have Teacher, at least get to like add a card back. But for now I'm playing like this version, but I will definitely test the other version as well. So if you want to try out this deck, like that's something I can recommend trying out. But yeah, that's the deck list. Let's just hop into the first game, which is gonna be Bonney. Alright, hopping into the first one. I win the roll, I up to go second. As you saw, my hand was not really that good. This hand, however, is very, very strong. Mostly since we do have access to both Jack and Kuzan, and especially the Kuzan is very, very powerful in this matchup. Even though I do have to say that obviously for Bonney, it is possible to out the Kuzan like relatively easily. just because they can just rest it with leader ability and then go 9-cost Shanks to KO it. We actually get to see the Bellow Betty in action right away. The reason I played it like this is... So I go swing here, give -2 to the carrot, right, and then because he doesn't leave any Dawn open, right? So like if he played Rouge, then he would leave a Dawn open, but then the -2 would be enough to make the Rouge a 2-cost. And then if he plays a 5-cost, I can still go like swing Bellow Betty, reduce 2, go Lucci. Only if he played exactly Cavendish on the 5-on turn, that would have been annoying because I couldn't have removed it that turn. But then, I mean, yeah, that would have just been problematic, honestly. So it's good he didn't have the Cavendish, I guess, because then I couldn't have removed it on this turn, which would have been rough. And he plays another carrot here for no effect, so it's like, sure. If I have Hina in the trash, then I can definitely out the carrot here. I do have the Hina here, so I will be able to go like Brook Hina. I'm gonna think I will... Yeah, I'll go Rebecca into Brook, and then... Yeah. Play out the Hina, yep. Makes sense, right? Just clear the board. Very, very solid. Still at 5 life as well. I have some, like 3 beaters on the board, so... And then he plays another carrot. He rests the Lucci, then he plays the Searcher Bonney. Not quite sure why he opted to go for this order. He finds the Cavendish. He swings 5 into my Hina. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And now... Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I wasn't... Okay, never mind. This makes perfect sense. And then, like, he had either the option to rest my Rebecca or my Brook. And if he rested the Rebecca, that means that I could have just blocked the... Or he couldn't have attacked over the Brook. And then if he rested Brook, I could have just blocked with Rebecca, right? And now I do have enough cards in the trash for the Tempest Kick. Which means that because of the Kusan reduction as well, I can go Jack KO the Dofi. The only thing is, like, maybe I shouldn't have attacked with the Kusan here. Because that... No, actually, I do think it is correct to do the Kusan here. Because now, yeah, if he goes 9-cost Shanks, that's fine. Because he can't out both the Kusan and the Jack, right? So that's perfectly fine. And now I think I should be able to out the... What's his face? The Shanks with the... Yeah. I feel like the sequencing here is like a little bit off. Yeah. Yeah, bad sequencing. Very, very bad sequencing. Not good. No. Definitely should have just played the True first, right? Because that means that I would have kept the Hina on the field, which would have been better. And I think I also didn't swing with the Lucci now. So horrible sequencing. Don't do this. But I mean, I am super far ahead, so it's like, it's whatever, I suppose. He swings into the Munchery because he rested the Rebecca, which is to be expected. Can't counter out of this. And you always have to remove the Muncher from the field, right? Because if you don't, then that's just gonna generate like infinite advantage. So he plays Cavendish. Set 2 more Dawn active. I don't know, it's like he can't play Hody here. I mean, he can, but like if he does, he just loses the game for sure. He opts to go for Tashigi Rouge. Okay, it's like decent. Even though the fact that I have the Jack means automatically that I can just KO the Tashigi. And now I can probably out whatever I want. Yeah. I'll go 5 and then I just go play Jack. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. I don't think... I do think getting rid of the Rouge is probably better in this specific scenario, since we don't really have to worry about Hody Jones. Like, if he plays it, we win the game, so that's fine. And we rather get the blocker off the field as opposed to the Cavendish. Even though, of course, the opponent getting the additional Dawn during that turn instead of at the end of the turn It is like a little bit annoying, but it's whatever. Get to keep the Rebecca. Honestly, in hindsight, I probably should have blocked with the Rebecca here. Not really sure why I didn't, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. So Kuzan. I mean, there's no need to like go crazy, right? Yeah, and then this Shirahoshi top deck is actually very, very strong because it means that we can just out the Cavendish with the Jack. Yeah, and then I can just swing into the Kid, and then if he counters out, that's fine. He goes to like 2 cards in hand, and if he doesn't, it's fine as well. And we have double blocker set up, so it's either blocking or resting one of my blockers. So not that high impact either. Yeah, I literally have no idea what the win con for Bonney here is. Like double Jack on the field is also just crazy, right? Like I don't think there's like any deck that can really deal with the double Jack. Yeah, it's crazy how we draw every card for kill without life. I mean, yep, it is what it is, and then his hand's just like, let's see, Hody, Waterfall, Zoro, and a 2k. So yeah, it would have been over on this turn anyway, right? But yeah, this matchup is very favorable, of course, for Lucci. But now let's take a look at the harder of the green matchups, which is definitely Zoro. Alright, so in this one I lose the die roll and he opts to go first. I think I would also elect to go first when I'm playing against Zoro, to be honest, just because the deck is so aggro. My hand is fine, I want to say. He opens up the Hiyori. Of course, I can't out it on the 2-non turn. He searches, and he will probably just swing 7, which I will definitely take, right? I am a big fan of, against Zoro, just always countering any swing that is... that you can counter out with 1 card, just because essentially it is an aggro deck. Or possibly, you could also just go 5 here and play the Koshiro. Okay, so yeah, that's what he does as well. I pitch the Betty. He goes Koshiro. This also sets up for like a potential Lucci if I decide to go that route. But I mean, he doesn't use the Koshiro, so I just go Kuzan here. Then he goes Queen, which is rough because then I can't really counter out of this. I pick up Kuzan, and here it's like, okay, I do really want to out the Queen. Obviously, we can't have that stick to the board. But now it's good that we do have the... I reduce the Queen. Alright, because in that case, then I can use the Tsugu in my hand to potentially... like, if he does block, I can go Tsugu. And then Rebecca Brook, I think is the line here, probably. Assuming I have a Brook and Trash. Or if not, I can go Lucci, right? That's also, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I do set up the Brook here. Which I think is good to establish to the field, because the Zoro deck does have a lot of inherent protection against the Lucci deck, right? So he swings 5 into Rebecca. This Hody is pretty annoying, to be honest. Swing into a Brook, yeah, not much I can do about that. I have 7 cards in trash, that's actually perfect for my Tempest kick, so we will be able to out this Hody just right away. Oh, but actually don't need it, we can just go Hina Lucci. Yep, fair enough. We don't quite need to burn the Tempest kick. And we do have like a lot of 2Ks in hand, which is also actually a good thing. I'll bet Betty. He plays Mihawk, which is annoying because that card is very, very strong. And with the setup right now, we won't be able to out it, which is even rougher, of course. Then, yeah. Pick up another 10 costs. Draw Brook. Yeah, that's not quite gonna get us there. Swing. He blocks. Then I think I swing with the Hina here. Comes like, yeah, he plays like a lot of cards and I can rest the Hina and then swing into it anyway, so it's probably more value to just get this one swing out of it. Maybe get it like a little lower, like burn a card, play the 10 cost Kuzan. Now this is a rough spot because the Mihawk stayed on the field. Plays Hiyori. He picks up the 2k X-Drake. And if I remember correctly, he plays another Mihawk, I think. Which is very, very rough, of course. Unless he doesn't have any protection and we somehow get to Lucci, right? Then we are like in a pretty good game state. He just goes swing 9 into Hina, restands. Very annoying. He's thinking, does he want to restand? Yeah, he opts to go 9 first. I actually do pick up Lucci here, which is very good. So we will be able to clear board, and we also have, like, even if you play something like Tashigi, that's whatever, since we do have Brook Lucci now. And we do have a lot of 2Ks, so... Oh, yeah, and we pick up the Jack here. That's even better, because then we can go... Tsuru, swing into Hiyori, Jack, KO, Tashigi... No, Brook, KO, Tashigi, Jack, KO, Mihawk. That seems like the optimal line. Swing into Hiyori, we have 0 there. Like, if you can't tell, that's fine. He doesn't, though. Yeah, and then we should go... Okay, swing 10, yeah. For sure. And then we go Brook. Yeah. KO Tashigi. Yeah. Play Jack. Pitch. Yeah, that seems fair. And now since we do have like a lot of 2Ks, you can go 12. It's just most likely he's gonna go 12-12, right? I have to let this go. Have to. Yeah. Pick up another 2K. And then we can counter out of this, and now it's just like, okay, we have to go for game, right? It's like, okay, maybe with Rebecca I could pick up a blocker, but the deck plays so many cards that would potentially rest my blocker, and then if he can rest one blocker, he just wins, right? So it's just like, I just go 11 and then essentially 13. Like a slightly different split, I think. Or 12. 11, 12. But he does have it, so there we lose the game. And he had Hody as well, so would have lost the game regardless. But this is really like one of those games where it's like, okay, if I would have seen Black Vortex, like, I don't know, one turn earlier, then we probably could have... Well, I'm honestly I'm not sure if it would have impacted this game specifically, but I still think it was very, very close. And I tend to think like most of the games against Zoro go like this. But yeah, let's check out the other like top meta deck, maybe, which is gonna be the last match as well against Rayleigh. Alright, so I win the Dairo. I up to go second just because my curve is going second is better, and I think his curve going second is better as well with the Luffy, which we see him pick up here with Nami. My hand is very, very strong. I have like Kuzan curve, I have double Rebecca, I already have Lucci access, I already have Brook access, so pretty crazy hand. Up to pitch the Manchari here. He plays another Nami. Look for something like Sanji maybe for the next turn. Because Sanji, of course, is very strong in this matchup. He also has the Shakuyaku. Picks up Observation Haki, which he then plays, and he gets another Observation Haki. Okay, sure. Yep. I mean, this turn for me is just obvious, right? It's like, just want to establish the Kuzan, so next turn I can go easily remove his Luffy. And the Kuzan is, of course, perfect for that. He goes Luffy. Play out the Sanji, so very strong for him as well. Attach it down to Nami, so you will be able to swing 5 with the Nami, which I probably will counter with. Yeah. Then this, I have to take it. Ah, that's fine, I suppose, actually. And now I can just easily remove both the Luffy and the Sanji, right? I assume I'm gonna go 7 Lucci here. Give the minus to the Sanji, and then just Lucci remove the Luffy and the Sanji. Put back, yeah. If you're hearing like these weird beeps, it's a dryer. Okay, he picks up a card. He goes to like 10 cards in hand or something. No, 9. Still a lot of cards in hand, but that's fine. We don't have to play the beatdown game here. We can just perfectly fine play control, especially like with the hand that we have set up here, right? Like double Rebecca, Lucci, very, very powerful. With the Kuzan on field as well, which again makes it very, very easy to get rid of the Luffy. Maybe if I were him, I would try to focus swings on the Kuzan here. Because the Kuzan is the thing that's going to make it very easy for us to remove the Luffy from the field. And I also don't have a lot of cards in trash, so Tempest Kick's not about to be live anytime soon. And we just kind of repeat last turn, right? Swing 6 to play around a potential Morgan. Reduce the Boa, and now I can go Lucci into Rebecca Brook, clearing almost the entire field. We are very much shutting off our Tempest Kick though, but I mean, it's not like we really need that card in this matchup anyway, right? I mean, he is just per definition not allowed to play anything above a 4 cost, so. Tempest Kick. Did I even have it in the opening hand? Honestly, if I had it in the opening hand, you could even consider, in this specific matchup, like I'm not a big fan of using Tempest Kick in the early game at all to draw cards, unless your hand is horrible. But like in this matchup, I don't think it's ever going to come up, so you might as well just play it. He goes Morgan, reduce Brook, KO Rebecca, attack into the Brook, that's perfectly fine. Then swing into leader with the Ray. Play another buggy, but next turn we can just go Rebecca Lucci again, I think, right? Okay, no, we can't. We don't have Lucci. Okay. Just kidding, we do have Lucci. Easy. See, easy. Playing Lucci is easy. Just mill Lucci. Yeah, and now we're just cleaning up the board again, right? We can go 7-7, which is very, very strong. Or 6-7 if I use the... If I opt to burn the Tempest Kick here, which... I do have a lot of counter in hand, so... I don't know. Probably would have been good to use it, but... I don't think it really matters. So just KO the field once again. My field's just huge at this point. For like a Lucci field, right? I do have like double 2k in hand as well, along with Moncherry and Rebecca, so... We're just in the driver's seat for this game, like the entire game, pretty much. He goes leader ability, boost buggy. It's fine. Then he should probably just start to try to push for... try to go for game with the unblockable event, right? He plays Shaki. Picks up Conqueror's Haki. Buggy swing. I block. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to go down to 0 life, because then it becomes pretty scary suddenly. Because of the event. He swings 6. Which you do get to counter out of. Now, yeah, I was about to say maybe goes Killer. And I think I'm going to keep all the cards in my hand, so I'm just going to tank this one. Oh, I don't actually, okay. I mean, that's fair, like I probably wasn't playing the Rebecca last turn anyway. And now I can just clear the field again. I assume, yeah. Kuzan swing into leader, reduce the killer. He uses the unblockable event, and once again swing 5. But then I'll go 6-8, I think, is like the most logical numbers against Rayleigh. It's like I don't even have to push for game, right? So this game plan is just fine. And now he essentially like loses some counter value because he has to use the Conqueror's Haki on this swing. Okay, and here I do opt to play the Tempest Kick finally. Just swing 6 again. And then I can just go Lucci, play Rebecca into 2k, and then I don't think there's like... Yeah, it's just impossible for him to win, right? The game is just... I mean, this is just disgusting. Let's call it what it is. 4 Lucci on the field against Rayleigh. sometimes lucky, and then yeah, he just goes Sanji into scoop. Yeah. So yeah, that is the video. Lucci, I really think is a very, very good pick. Yeah, maybe just play like more Black Vortex to improve the Zoro matchup like a little bit, but against those other decks, the deck feels very, very good. So yeah, leave a like. Let me know what you think about the Lucci deck going to the OP12 plus Ben format. Is it better than Sakazuki? I think so, personally, maybe. Then subscribe for more content like this. I'm dropping like a pretty cool Lucci related video next week. So yeah, subscribe. And if you do, I'll see you in the next one.